India's largest car maker, Maruti Suzuki India, says it has sold over 1,61,000 vehicles in May, including exporting over 27,000 units as car sales rebound across India. The company's senior executive director, Shashank Srivastava, who spoke with Business Today TV's Chetan Bhutani, says the semiconductor shortage that has caused delays in deliveries has somewhat eased. Here's an excerpt.
You mentioned that the chip shortage, the release in fact mentioned that the chip shortage has probably started having less impact now. So what are you attributing these factors to, and what is being done really to address that concern, and how are you managing that?
Yeah, so of course, as far as the availability of chip itself is getting better. If you recall, in September last year, we were just around 40% of our plan of production, which improved to about 90% by December, improved to 95% by March, and we are in that range of 90% to 95% in this quarter as well. So there has been improvement in supply is one part. The other is we obviously try to maximize the production because we make those adjustments between different models. Different models use different types of chips in different amounts, as you know. So we have been doing that to maximize production. And in fact, we have one of the largest portfolio, the largest portfolio in the industry. That helps us make that adjustment. Of course, the consequence of that is the waiting periods is not uniform across models. So there would be some models where you have excess, larger waiting periods, and that's a consequence of making those adjustments in production. But we have been doing that, and I would say successfully so, as you can see in the numbers.
So exports saw about 27,000 odd units. What do you attribute these reasons to with high exports? Is the global demand picking up?
Yeah, so for the products that we are selling, especially in Africa, Latin America, the growth is pretty good, as well as the demand. We saw it last year also, by the way. Last year, we became the #1 exporter. We were always the #1 in domestic market, but we are also now the #1 exporter from India for cars. We saw 237,000 units which were exported. And this month, that is in month of May, we did that figure of 27,000 plus, which is the highest ever. Export in a single month. We hope that this trend will continue in this year also, and we have a very good portfolio of vehicles, especially if in the emerging economies. The products have been doing very well.
Just last question, sir. As the chip demand improves and your margin specifically also starts to get better with that, the rumors of the price hike, where do they stand? Are there any price hike that you're looking at?
So really, we haven't decided. So I can't say yes or no to that question. But yes, profitability continues to be under pressure because the commodity prices, if you compare with what used to be 2 years back, have been extremely high, persistently and stubbornly so. So we were expecting a downward cycle on the commodity prices. That hasn't happened for various reasons, including the global situation. For different reasons, it has remained high. And when you look at some of the prices for which the government has made efforts for reduction, steel, for example, there would be some softening of the steel prices. But from levels which we saw 2 years back, 38 rupee a kg, it went up to 84 rupees a kg, might come down, but won't anywhere. We should be in that range of 70 or so. When you compare with 38, which the rate was in 2 years back, still very high. So the pressure on profitability, I think, on the commodities front still continues to be immense.